Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Filipino Genealogy channel. Today, we will once again look into the many interconnections among various families, this time focusing on newly inaugurated US President Joseph Joe R. Biden Jr. and his family's connections to some prominent Filipinos. Even after he was inaugurated just 5 days ago, many media outlets continue to write articles about President Biden from different angles. One of the most common topics about him is his genealogy. From various stories of tragedy in his family to his Irish roots and to his children and grandchildren. It would seem that people just cannot get enough about him and his family history. As always, this channel also wishes to contribute to the general knowledge base of genealogy. Using the online family tree program Jenny.com, we have also made quite a few connections to the Biden family tree. True, while all these connections appear to be by affinity and not by blood, it is still quite interesting to note that we can now connect a few notable Filipinos to President Biden. Take note, however, that just like Wikipedia, Jenny.com, the source for these connections, while a very important genealogical tool, also has many issues when it comes to the accuracy of information presented. In this illustration, we had to fact-check every connection and find the provenance before actually putting it in the chart. So let us now begin and trace how President Biden connects to some of our very own politicians and celebrities. So in this first chart, we can see straightforward connections between the ancestors of President Biden to several families that also produced Filipino notables. Beginning with William Taylor, we can see that he had two daughters, Elizabeth and Mary. Now, President Biden descends directly from Mary Taylor through her son, Joseph Robinette. So if we go down Joseph to George, to Jesse, Moses, George, and then Mary E. Robinette, whose son, Joseph Robinette Biden, was the father of President Biden. Going back to the Robinette line and up to Mary Taylor, we can make the first connection of President Biden to a Filipino through Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth's granddaughter, Mary Powell, married John Fields. John Fields' sister, Anne Mary Fields, was the great-grandmother of Anne Lolar, who married William Grant Kelly. Their great-granddaughter, Elizabeth Kelly, was the mother of former actor and one-time presidential candidate Fernando Poe Jr. As we all remember, Fernando Poe Jr. tried unsuccessfully to run for President of the Philippines against then incumbent President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, who also appears in this family tree, which we will discuss in the next few minutes. So let's go back to the Robinette line through George Robinette, a brother of Joseph Robinette, the direct ancestor of President Biden. George Robinette was the great-grandfather of John Brandon, who married Hannah Gray. Now, Hannah Gray was the granddaughter of Mary Stuart, who was the sister of Jehu Stuart. Tracing down the line of Jehu Stuart, we arrive at Dwight Lyman Stuart, who was one of the husbands of Maria Victoria Osmeña. Maria Victoria Osmeña was a daughter of Senator Sergio Osmeña Jr., and whose own father was President Sergio Osmeña Sr., one of the early presidents of the Philippines. Maria Victoria Osmeña also had another husband, Joselito Jacinto, a son of Don Fernando Jacinto and sister of Marilyn Jacinto. Marilyn Jacinto was a former wife of Representative Ignacio Tuazon Arroyo, whose own brother, Jose Miguel Arroyo, was the husband of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. And let's not forget that President Arroyo was also the daughter of another Philippine president, President Diosdado Macapagal. Now, President Biden is not just connected to these three prominent Filipinos. Tracing his line through his mother, Catherine, we add two more distinguished Filipinos to his connections. So through Catherine Finnegan, we can trace a connection through the Blackwell family up to the Hart, Hunt, and the Jessup family, and going down on another side of the Jessup family to the Rhodes, and then finally to the Thompson family, where we connect Joseph Biden to actor Steve McQueen. Now, Steve McQueen was married to Filipino-American Neil Salvador Adams, who was also a prominent singer, dancer, and actress. Neil Adams was the illegitimate daughter of Filipino Jose Arastia with Carmen Salvador. Jose Arastia, through his legal wife, Teodorica Reynares, was the great-grandfather of singing sensation Enrique Iglesias, who is half Filipino through his mother, Maria Isabel Chrysler. Well, quite short for now, we have connected President Biden to two presidents, a presidential candidate and famous actor, another famous actor, and a popular singing sensation. Unfortunately, those are the families for now that we can connect with President Joe Biden. We are still working on more connections, but for the moment, we have Fernando Poe Jr., President Arroyo, and of course her father, Diosdado Macapagal, and then we also have President Sergio Osmeña, plus actress Neil Adams, and singer Enrique Iglesias, who are connected to President Joseph Biden Jr. So that's it for today's video. We hope you learned something new and enjoyed this presentation. Please stay tuned for more videos in the next few days. And in the meantime, you may also browse through the Filipino Genealogy channel to learn more about Filipino genealogy. Please don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. And please share with your friends and family. Take care always and be safe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.